Bibby will try again.
James, recognizing nobody's there, has an appointment with the basketball and finishes it emphatically.
What's up, everybody? A warm welcome to another episode on the Putback Show. My name is Slimo. I'll be doing this with Teddy today. Now, with the season getting closer and closer, the new season for the NBA season, I'm talking about, of course. When you see the Putback Show, it's basketball and basketball only. And with the NBA season approaching, it's only right that we assess how some of the clubs are going to be doing. So we'll be taking you through how some of the clubs will be doing, our expectations for some of them. Last year, we saw what some of them did. We'll be looking at pretenders and the contenders. Who are those gunning for the title? Who are those trying to dethrone the Denver Nuggets from being the NBA champions? Starting things off, we'll start with the purple and gold. Yes, the LA Lakers, who have had things mixed in a way. For my opinion, I feel like the offseason really went well for them. I like the trades they did. But Teddy, what is your major expectation for the Lakers this year?
Okay, so first of all, LeBron has dedicated this season for his son. So obviously it's beast mode. So for LeBron, he's set for the season. But I for one, I think we should talk about AD's availability because in the offseason...
That's huge.
Yes, because in the offseason, they brought in some pieces like Christian Wood and then in Hayes. Look, when the Lakers won the championship in the bubble, that is 2020, they had Dwight and they had McGee as backup for AD. Compare McGee and then Dwight to the likes of Jackson Hayes and then Christian Wood. Christian Wood is a player who can alternate from power forward to center, and he has not been known for his blocks and his center position. He's been known for being someone who's versatile, is able to pick and pop and then shoot threes. And then Hayes has been known for his dunks, not for his defense. So the question is, what if AD gets hurt? What next?
Oh, that was a big question last season where they only had one available big.
Yes.
That was Wenyen Gabriel.
Yeah.
And he wasn't suited enough to face Nikola Jokic when they were in the Western Conference Finals. But this time around, they're coming with two bigs on the bench. So they've got Christian Wood and then Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes, I just watched him in their last preseason game against the Nets. He was a plus 19 when he was on the floor. So I don't have too many problems with their backup bigs, but it could also be a section that we could look deeper into. Now, speaking of their new acquisitions, for their guard spots, they let go of Dennis Schroeder.
Yes.
And then they've brought in Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat. What's your whole overview on that? Do you think they lose something with Dennis Schroeder? What do you think they gain with Gabe Vincent?
With Gabe Vincent, he honestly, in my opinion, he doesn't really add any major significance into the team.
Not even though he's a better scoring guard as compared to Dennis Schroeder.
He's not better than Dennis Schroeder, but he's a better rotation player for them in a sense. You see, and I also feel like the Lakers have lost out in bringing in snipers in a sense where in the bubble also they had Danny Green and they had KCP who were snipers for them. And when you look at when they got swept by the Denver Nuggets, you could see they were struggling because you are trying to get to the paint, but then you are being blocked. You need to pass the ball to the guy who will shoot your threes for you. And there was no one. Russell was struggling the whole time. And then Austin Reeves, obviously, was his first time, so he was overwhelmed. So they need someone, an experienced person who is a sniper, someone who catch and shoot.
And isn't Gabe Vincent an okay shooter? We saw what he did with the Heat last year.
We are talking about certified shooters.
But at least he's better than Dennis Schroeder. Well,
he's an okay shooter.
The only part where I feel like they lost with Dennis Schroeder is he's a point of attack defender. Yeah. When he's able to take on the guards at the top of the key and anywhere else. So they've lost a pest in that defensive mindset with Dennis Schroeder. Gabe Vincent, not maybe the best of defenders, so maybe they lose there. But for my opinion, I feel like the biggest acquisition for the Lakers this year, and he's been slept on heavily, is Taurean Prince. Okay. Someone who can play that forward position. He adds more of a balanced feel to their forwards. Because if you pick Jared Vanderbilt, you pick Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and now Taurean Prince. Let's put LeBron James aside because, of course, he's the star man. Yeah. But for those three, for Hachimura, Vanderbilt, and Taurean Prince, for Vanderbilt, we all know him for his defense. He's able to take on the bigs in areas like that, and he can move his feet really well, can sometimes defend the guards.
One of the best defenders.
For Hachimura, sometimes defending guards is difficult. So you've got two bigs, in Vanderbilt and Hachimura who can defend opposing bigs. But for Torian Prince, he brings in something fresh because he can defend the guards also.
And he shoots
he's
also.
a very, very good shooter.
Yeah,
So
very,
I
very
feel like
good
that acquisition is very, very big for
Very,
them.
very
Torian
key.
Prince can do something huge. Maybe Cam Reddish won't get too many minutes
Yes.
as people are expecting.
He won't.
But for the Lakers, they wanted to address what worried them last year. You just said earlier that D'Angelo Russell struggled, and everybody could point that out that it was because of Bruce Brown. He was kind of heavy for him. He couldn't
Very
really
heavy for him.
Move him in a way. So if they do face a team with guards like built like Bruce Brown, like maybe the Clippers, Terrence Mann, he's going to give D'Angelo Russell a lot of problems. But I know Bruce Brown on the Nuggets, so maybe D'Angelo Russell can cool down a bit.
There's always a Bruce Brown on other teams.
But comparing the Lakers to other teams, how deep do you think they are? Because I feel like they've got some depth now.
For now, they are really deep. Because they brought back Austin Reeves. Vanderbilt, you said, is back. Hachimura is back.
D'Angelo Russell.
Russell is back. So it's the same faces, and then there's the old chemistry. So now the same chemistry. So we are running with the same team, but then we are bringing in new people to help us. And I think you see when we are entering the off season, there's this kind of tiredness that comes with it. Because I think there was an interview with Kevin Durant, and he was talking about how heavy the off season is, how you prepare for it. It's not like the normal season. You have to mentally prepare for the off season, and I think they bringing in a different play because just like the Miami, we didn't know some of their players would catch fire. Martin, who knew Martin would catch fire?
Exactly.
So there's always that new player who is not so good in the regular season, but then during the playoffs he just surprises us and just takes over. So fresh faces are so important. It's very, very important.
Well, the Lakers do have a lot of expectations. I've spoken with a lot of Laker fans, and they're expecting a lot. In the regular season, I'm expecting them to make the playoffs easily, even though it's going to be a tight Western Conference. I feel like at least 40 to 50 wins should not be a problem. In the playoffs, I'm not expecting them to go all the way, but I'm saying they are a contender, and we should look out for the Lakers. Now, finally, before we drop this topic on the Lakers, definitely the one thing that is going to be the difference for the Lakers is the health of course, LeBron James. Look, he's been probably the most available superstar in the whole of NBA history. But we can't argue the fact that he's growing. He's into year 21 now. 38 years old LeBron James. We saw him against the Denver Nuggets in Game 4. He was totally worn out because he played every single minute. Can LeBron James do it again?
He can. And I think the Lakers are trying to lift that pressure off of him, that load off of, because anytime for the past 3 years, anytime AD gets hurt, he carries the team throughout the whole season. And then now I think because of the pieces now, there won't be so much pressure. There's pressure, but there's not so much pressure because I know he wants to win another championship to match to bridge the gap
between himself and
MJ. So there's this pressure, but then because of the pieces now, he can feel comfortable because
so maybe he can relax a bit in the regular
because if AD is not around, you have other pieces who can fit in, who can try to fit in. So in the course of the regular season, they find their feet if AD is not around, and then during the off season, they can just bounce around it and help you. So
crazy. So what's your final word for the Laker fans who are watching you? Do you expect them to go all the way? Do you think they are capable of going all the way?
I expect them to go all the way, but then not winning it. Or I don't see them winning it all. But then I see them getting to maybe the second round or maybe the conference finals. I see them getting there. But then this season is going to be an amazing because the West is really stacked, and the East is also coming for the West. So if you're a purple on gold, Charlie, just have hope and pray for AD. Yes, pray for it. All your prayers this season should go for AD. Pray AD is always fit because if you see it's people are like feel like maybe if AD is not around, like you can, but AD is like the glue to the team. If he's not around, no one can play that position. He's so versatile. AD is so versatile. He brings so much into the games, and then Charlie. So like I said, pray for AD. Pray for AD.
Oh, Teddy's final words for Laker fans. Pray for AD. That's how we wrap up on this one. Let me know in the comment section what you think the Lakers can do this year. We'll be there every step of the way to bring you all the updates. The Putback Show, we're out for this one.